The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. It's Tuesday. I want to celebrate a young man who I think is the best fuel attendant in this republic. Isaac Nana A. Manso. And this is a special wish from your wife, Mary Sam. She's an anesthetist at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Isaac A. Manso, Nana, happy birthday to you and live long. Yeah. But this morning, I want to talk about the NAPCO program. You know how we had trumpeted the NAPCO program. We had spoken about nation building. We had Educate Ghana, Civic Ghana, Teach Ghana, Heal Ghana, all of those, right? They still have not been paid their monies. Forget about the fact that some of them, when you even speak about the NAPCO issues, they are the very people, because they are blinded by partisan politics. They will be the ones. So I decided at some point not to even talk about them anymore. But somebody reached out to me, and the person's situation was dire. Because they are the very people who will come and say, you are destroying our party. I see, you are destroying the party. That's how we have sunk as a country. People are thinking of partisan politics more than the national agenda. You were promised permanent jobs. They said they were going to give you skills to go and work where? They said they are giving you skills. With what capital to start which business?
Johnny's Bite.
Then you reach out, and then when we say it, they say, oh, and our party, no. That's how people think. So I said I wasn't going to talk about NAPCO again, youth and afforestation, all those people, because they are all political animals.
Johnny's Bite. Johnny's Bite.
Pull up the NAPCO thing for me. Let me quickly run through it. This is a coalition of NAPCO trainees. And I understand that on their pages, those who come out and speak, they are either taking off some of the pages, they are victimized and all of that. It's a press release dated the 29th of May, 2023. NAPCO trainees to stage a national demonstration at Asin North. Date will be communicated soon. This time, the venue of the demonstration is Asin North in the central region. The date will be communicated to the media and the public very soon. And you know what has happened in the past? When they organize demonstrations, some of the same people who think party first, even on an empty stomach or empty stomachs, they don't turn up for these demonstrations. They forget that there are 7-8 months allowance that has been kept, which value is diminishing by the day. And the people are feeding fat. They don't think about that. We will leave no stone unturned to demonstrate against this power-conscious NPP government, who has not only crippled alone we, the over 6,500 energetic young graduates, with such knee-jerk and sloganeering policy of NAPCO, but painfully have defaulted the payment of our rightful remuneration over the number of months we have toiled and suffered to work in the building of the nation. Below are further reasons so disgusting and fueling our unquenchable thirst and aggressiveness to demonstrate against the government in Asin North ahead of the anticipated by-election. 1. The evidence of the NPP government shared groceries, valuable items, and cash to the residents of Kumewu before the just ended by-elections. This is clear that the government only recognizes the extreme hardship of citizenry only at the juncture and for the purpose of election fortunes. NAPCO trainees are not selective of this fraudulent election tactics of the NPP government, which is evident on the factual grounds that we were pampered with succulent promises and timely payment of our monthly stipends before the 2020 elections. But we were neglected after the NPP government successfully renewed its mandate. Remember me. Your education depends on, you remember that. 2, permanent employment promises to trainees failed. The promise to migrate trainees onto the U-Start policy is another scam, an avenue to compensate party matches. 3, the government's posture does not give tangible assurance that NAPCO trainees' 8 months arrears will be paid anytime soon. Former NAPCO trainees are reliably informed that the MPP bigwigs are again at Assin North to plead and capitalize on the vulnerability of the constituents for election fortunes. And this is a perfect time to join our former colleagues in Assin North to ask the MPP government big questions before the constituents and the people of Ghana. How we have been hoodwinked with 8 solid months unpaid stipends and the neglection of 2020 electioneering campaign promises of mechanizing all NAPCO trainees. Frank Kwanzaa, National Secretary, Connacht, to all media houses. This is their pain. This is what they feel. Now, when you read this and you find that people who are NAPCO trainees have actually not been giving the monies that are due them because they worked, and at some point, we even had institutions, Ghana Met and all of that, writing that, if you do not turn up for work for a period of time, when it comes to permanency, you will not be considered. How do I get to work when I've not been given my... And the same thing, you're doing the same thing to the national service people, though. 559 Ghana cedis, we delay in paying them. 699, we delay in paying them. And then we have monies like this, and then all the vice president can think of as the head of our economic management team is to say that I want to give children computers. Boss, let's go to Esla Oswe Kufu. No, not this one. Let's go to Honorable Esla Oswe Kufu, 2017. She promised that every child was going to have a tablet. 2017. Honorable Esla Oswe Kufu, Minister for Communication, Digitalization, and Innovation. These days, the innovation is all mentioned. No, let's see the headline so we can assess the headline. The headline is up there. It says, "One child, one computer policy. Government to revive one child, one computer policy." Now let's read the story. 24th October 2017. So how the vice president is now promising again that every child will have a computer is even problematic to begin with. This was in 2017. 2018 has come. 2019 has come. 2020 has come. 2021 has come. 2022 has come. And do you remember that Honorable Esla Oswe Kufu said that if it only takes borrowing to govern the country, her 18-year-old son can govern better? You remember that?
Johnny's fight.
Today we are here. We know who has borrowed more. Esla Oswe Kufu, the Minister of Communications, has said government is revising the one child, one computer policy to empower children with digital literacy to compete globally and contribute to the national development.
Johnny's fight.
We are in a digital age, and our children ought to be able to compete with other children anywhere, and so we are revising that policy in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, right? So that we put the curriculum on the tablet and to give to every child to study with that tablet, she said. You remember, you know why I won't take this serious? Because we were promised in COVID-19 a certain church app that never saw the light of day. We launched the COVID-19 app. We pumped and pageantry. We were told it was free. Same minister, same vice president. And then we were told that a church app was coming where you could actually book your seat in a church. That app never came. Maybe you got the app. I didn't get it. Since did you get the app? I didn't get it. Janet got the app. Okay.
Johnny's fight.
How she applied it, I don't know. Which church, which masalachi, I don't know. Show me Vice President Baumia's, what do you call it? The thing. And you see, the Vice President is seen in a school talking to children studying on the floor. Right? You remember before he became Vice President, He had actually gone to a school where they didn't have desks and hurriedly provided them with desks. Now, the vice president is vice president. Number 2, head of the economic management team. He's talking about one child, one computer. When teachers have had their monies deducted for one teacher, one laptop, you remember that? And some of the teachers are yet to receive their laptops.
Johnny's Bite.
Don't you sort the teacher out so that he will be able to teach the children? The tablet that was promised the kids in 2017 has not come. One teacher, one laptop. We have not finished that. We are now talking one child, one computer. Sa slogan here in Munjai and yet
Johnny's Bite.
FD Ajat Muse and yet Munjai and yet it's not good because you can't make a promise, not fulfill it, make another, and even ask people to pay for it. They have paid, they are not getting it. And then when you finish, you come and make another promise.
Johnny's Bite.
That's not how to lead the people.
Johnny.
We must lead the people with honesty and dignity. One teacher, one laptop. Finish that. Now, to even add insult to injury, you changed the curriculum in 2018. Up until now, NACA has finished approving the textbooks. Your problem is that you do not have money to buy the textbooks. But you have money to buy past questions to the tune of 68 million.
Johnny's Bite.
You have money to be doing and promising people one student, one computer. And you can't find textbooks for the children to learn in basic schools. Are you happy with yourself?
Johnny's Bite.
When you sleep, do you sleep? You should be printing the textbooks and giving to the children. Because in this country, we said, look, we have gotten to the point where we have a pool of 10 or 5 children using one textbook. To say one person, one textbook.
Johnny's Bite.
How is it now that we are in school? And you remember when I asked the question about the textbook, say, oh, the teachers have been giving the electronic version, so the soft copy, so they can go and, but the students there. You have not finished giving the children textbooks for the new curriculum. You have not finished changing the structure in the classroom. Because you said that the new curriculum is going to be learner-based. It's 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2020. You have not finished more than 5 years.
Johnny's Bite.
Even exams for the children. So on what basis are you assessing the children? I can't think about it. Then there's another that says that, oh, we are digitalizing school feeding. Play the video.
Johnny's Bite.
I don't know why this is not working. But the vice president on this occasion said we are digitalizing school feeding. Is the vice president aware that the school feeding caterers have been on strike? No, he doesn't know. The school feeding caterers have been on strike. The modern day Kifaro in the Ashanti region, who represents the president, stood atop the building and was talking down at the women who are also party people. He is part of the clique that says we want to break the 8. Talking down at the women. The vice president doesn't know that school feeding program has been on hold because the women are old. He doesn't recognize the fact that the food suppliers have also threatened to go on strike and take the government on. We're talking about digitalizing. Feed the children first. Was it not the same vice president who told us that we are going to use QR codes to go and buy wache and Timuni wache? Do we buy wache with QR code? What kind of wache is that? Or we'll now order the wache from Google Play Store. What's going on? The basic things that we have to do, we have failed to do those basic things. And we're always making promises, sloganeering, making promises. We have gone past that. The Ghanaians have seen through all those things. One teacher, one laptop. We no finish. Every child will have a tablet. We no finish. Every Ghanaian will have a bank account. We no finish. There will be no home in this country by 2018 that will not have a water or toilet problem. We no finish. We will convert, what do you call it, all roads in Ghana into concrete roads. We no finish. Too many of the, off the top of my head, there are 173 questions or 72 questions that was given to Mr. Arthur to answer, which you say he couldn't answer, Mr. Vice President. If I give those same questions to you, I doubt you'll be able to answer them. Let's do the basic things. And tell your boss to stop talking about free water and free electricity, because we are paying painfully for it. As for those things, we have seen to them, they are pure lies that were told to us. And we bought them. Today we are suffering. So please, before you start talking about computer for a child, which is a good initiative if you ask me, give them the textbook first. The first. And tell your Minister for Communications boss to also bring the children's tablet. They are waiting. And tell your boss to also bring the children's Milo. He brought a cocoa drink every day. They have not brought that to. Tell them to bring those ones too. The misplaced priorities are too many. If you ignore the building of a cathedral, another expenditure that is not important, we will be fine. The children will have textbooks, they will eat. We have too many misplaced priorities in this country. What's wrong? Good morning.